Hey, you know what I'm sick and tired of? The hate, the strong hate of the new Netflix Death Note. I'm not even a crazy, person that hates stuff, no, like stuff that people hate, I'm not that type of person. But some of the videos I made can contradict it, but I see things differently. I see adaptations of things and the adaptations made in a different country. I see it as long as the adaptation, the original source material isn't attached to the actual country. Like for example, Captain America. The source material is Captain America, so if it's in like Japan, it wouldn't make sense. But Death Note, that's it doesn't matter where it comes from. The story will make sense. There's a corrupt government. A guy wants to kill a lot of the criminals, and they in his that person's mind, he or she, whoever it is, thinks that killing off criminals would save the world, right? And then another government, the actual government, will say as, what gives you the right to choose who's bad and who's good, and like what gives you a right to choose what bad thing deserves to be killed, that kind of thing. And there's a lot of countries that can do that storyline. And it can be a smart person, can be a smart person in a different way, and like socially smart, mathematically smart, those kind of things, right? There's a lot of ways to be smart. So all I'm saying is, and the ethnicity thing. If you look at the characters, right? None of them look Japanese. Hear me out now. Natural hair color is not blonde for Japanese people. Natural hair color is not brown for Japanese people. And Japanese people most likely will have smaller eyes than Americans. So Light has brown hair, and most likely, actually, it'll pretty much a highly probability that it's a natural brown hair, because the roots are brown, and throughout all those months and all that, the roots still brown. So that means it's a natural brown. And blonde, the girl has blonde hair and all that. And L, he's European, or he's staying and living in Europe, so he can be a European person. Again. And L in the Netflix series, he's black. People seem to not like it, even though Nick Fury from Avengers originally was white. They kept the eye patch though. That's the thing. And the main thing is the Shimagami. The actual the anime was based on the actual actor that's playing him right now in the Netflix series. So pretty much he's playing who he was meant to play in the anime adaptation. And a lot of people say that the main character, Light, doesn't depict light in a good light. A good light in the anime. But I see it as, in Japan, the perfect student is smart and good at a lot of stuff, and the perfect student, like the top 5 or top something student, and yeah. I just didn't like the fact that a lot of people are hating on it just because it's an adaptation. Sure, a lot of adaptations are not good, but Netflix adaptations are fairly decent. Like, the original Daredevil wasn't that good to most people, and then now Daredevil comes back to back and is on Netflix, and a lot of people love it. So don't hate on one thing that Netflix does because it's just a thing that you like and love or whatever. Because Netflix is pretty reliable, and if this fails, it would just be one strike out of a lot of the Netflix things. So, like, to me, baseball rules are good for this. 3 strikes, they're out. That type of thing, you know. So, all I'm saying is, give Death Note a chance, the Netflix Death Note, and don't put your nostalgia goggles on and see it and always compare it. Don't always compare it to the Netflix, the anime, because it's a different thing. It's like 2 different comedies, right? One could be funnier than the other in a different way, but this comedy has a different sense of humor, so it would be funnier to other people. And like, if you see it in a different light in action movies, you know, it's like classic movies, Alfred Hitchcock movies, and then modern suspense. I prefer Alfred Hitchcock movies because it's a slower pace, and the suspense is meant to be slow to like make you focus on it and like wonder what's gonna happen. But modern suspense, there's too many cuts. So that's a good analogy, I guess. The anime might be very different, but doesn't mean it'll suck, because the American, it would be based on American government, American everything in America in the 2000 something, so it would be like the modern day America versus anime. The anime was a 90s Japan government and all that. So don't bash on it just to bash on it. Just see it like what it is. And I know it's hard to not compare, but compare in a way that you see the positives of it. What's better in this adaptation than the anime, and what's better than in the anime than the adaptation, like that kind of thing, the positives and negatives of stuff. And yeah, sorry for this video, but bye.